After my video on the dumbest Dora in Ohio, I thought it'd be good to look at Old Union Township versus New Union Township. So Old Union Township is before Joe Dills, John Becker, and Michael Logue were in charge. In Old Union Township, there were always a stream of good jobs coming online. TQL and places like Hamilton Safe down on Round Bottom Road. This Hamilton Safe area had infrastructure added in terms of both utilities and rail in order to make this a great future and current area for industrial development. The Old Union Township also had architectural standards for new commercial construction to have brick fascia. That's why we have some of the prettiest Waffle Houses in the area. Those standards got taken away by Mac McCormick, who is the zoning and development director for Union Township, and now there are no standards when no business had ever protested the brick fascia requirements. So now let's talk about New Union Township. So New Union Township is misusing land. This is land by Hamilton Safe that I think is going to be misused for some dumbass volleyball setup instead of for industrial use, which is what it should be used for. And even better, somehow the dumbass volleyball setup is connected to friends of one or more of the trustees, I think Joe Dills in particular. This is also New Union Township, the place in Clermont County that has embraced marijuana like no other place, thanks to Joe Dills and Michael Logue, apparently huge fans of marijuana. Joe Dills once told me that since the people voted for marijuana by more than 50%, we should have marijuana. But he fails to reconcile that more than 50% of the people in Union Township voted for abortion, so should we have abortion clinics? Let's keep moving on. New Union Township is trustees seeking photo ops about all of the things they're doing at the mall, when in reality the mall becoming additionally blighted as a result of the trustees. So, this is the Sears store. This is where supposedly a Kroger was going to go. The trustees voted to allow a Kroger not compliant with the covenants of the mall, which they had not read. And so now the mall is more blighted than ever. As you see when you walk through the Sears store, which is partially demoed, the windows have been knocked out and it just looks like complete crap. So I wonder whether there will ever be a Kroger store here. And the Kroger plan they approved, we've actually ended up with fewer Kroger stores in the Union Township area because of the one on the corner of 32 and Old State Route 74 closing. That's another genius economic development area where now a Wawa is going in there, meaning that you will have that intersection of Old State Route 74, Mount Carmel, Tabasco in that area, and 32, have a gas station on 3 out of 4 corners of that intersection. But back to the mall here. The plan for the mall wasted over $300,000 of taxpayer money in supposedly something that was going to revitalize this area. The trustees claim that Hall Properties bought the mall in part because of the brilliant plan that Michael Logue and Joe Dills had moved forward. The reality is that Hall Properties was not even aware that there was a plan being developed for the mall. That plan right now, where is it? In the trash can, because it is completely ridiculous, and it really just amounted to a boondoggle to help in the re-election of Michael Logue. Both Michael Logue and Joe Dills were not shy about chasing down television station cameras to praise their unbelievable genius on what they have done with the mall. But it gets worse at the mall. The trustees allowed Dillard's to put up a clearance sign under their sign, which just screams out, EastGate Mall has become a hillbilly flea market. The Dillard store does not even connect internally in the mall. And when you go in the mall, it is complete blighted mess inside. Another part of New Union Township, beyond blight at the mall and marijuana, is a box for people to dump their unwanted babies. This box is nothing but a political stunt for a photo op. The photo op long gone. It sits there. It has no signage whatsoever on where to get local help. It's all about a family that gets rich off of installing these boxes. More of what's the new Union Township is that there are no architectural standards for anything. The Bigby Coffee is a perfect example of this. It looks like some sort of trailer that got blown over by the wind. Also, from my prior video on the Dora, you know that a part of the new Union Township is that you can openly drink in strip mall parking lots and at the Union Township Center. It's really the most insane thing ever that is actually alienating merchants in the Eastgate South area, which is the Jungle Gyms area and across. Also part of New Union Township is to combine the marijuana with no architectural standards. Here is, I think it's called the Forest Shop, the ugliest building in Union Township. And finally, I'm going to put in the new Union Township things like Children's Hospital. I'm going to say it's New Union Township, but it's not. It's Old Union Township. It's like TQL expanding. This was plan that was laid down prior to the trustees being in power, but for which they take credit. So there you go, new and old Union Township.